It's about to go digital.
Oh, we're about to go to the moon.
Let's brew. Hey, what's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And it's Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And we are back up on the mic again, going live with the we're going to the moon, right, Fred?
We're going to the moon. Take me to the moon.
Yeah, that's right. Come on. We're trying to sing up in here. I don't know. Might be karaoke time, maybe not. But ultimately, we want to make a big, loud introduction for this incredible swagged out solutionary right here. And welcome everybody to the show as we have a great time brewing with the one,
the only
Owen Moon. That's right. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
Bam.
There he is.
Right,
Man, we're definitely he's no stranger to the show.
No,
he's also
not.
We actually get to share the screen quite a bit on every other Friday at Fixed Ops Friday. Man, what a fun show that was. We just did one the other day. That was great. The best one so far with the A team. Just saying, but but I had a blast, man.
I'll say I never really thought that Fixed Ops Fridays would be for like getting ready for conferences and all that, but man, it's worked out a couple Fridays right before some of these
it actually
conferences.
worked out really good. It was
awesome,
a good way to promo what's going on, what's happening, and it really, there was a lot of great things. You've already spoke at both events. You spoke at the just this morning. You got to go on stage and you got to do some major things. How'd that go today?
It was awesome. I'm always blessed that people show up to my sessions, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, you got 7, 8, 9, 10 sessions at every time frame, and so I don't take it I don't take it without some
Absolutely.
sort of blessing and that type of thing. I want people to know when they come that I appreciate them. So everybody that comes in, I try to shake their hand, introduce myself, thank them for coming.
Yeah, he does.
And it's worked for me for years. I've been speaking for Digital Dealer for years, prior to Fixed Ops Digital, and then now since we've sort of been the leaders in the online service marketing space. And every time I get that chance, I really enjoy it. What's really great is obviously the people come to my session, and then next thing you know, we end up sitting there talking to them about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I literally witnessed that happen.
Yep. That's what happened.
It's definitely it's not something you want to do or like you expect it, but the fact that it happens once in a while for us, it's definitely a blessing.
Well, every seed grows in its time, right? They all grow. Sometimes it's like chia pet, right? Bam, boom, boom. You got something that's growing. Some things it takes as long as a tree, whatever. Ultimately, you're out there sowing seeds. But when you are having those sessions, when you are having people that are giving their time, what is it that you're trying to make sure that they take away in the short amount of time that you have to give them?
Well, especially from the service side, because obviously most of these vendors and everyone that's here is all talking about variable, how to sell more cars, that type of thing. There's very little focus on service marketing and just the fixed operation side of the business at these kind of events. So what I just try to let everybody know is that, first off, congratulations, you've taken time to actually talk about certain parts of your business that I'm sure they're having conversations with, but it's really easy to forget about it when you get here just because of everything that's going on. It's moving so fast. And I had about 40, 45 people, maybe close to 50 people in my session. Wow. And so I basically congratulated every one of them to take that time to really invest in a part of their business that I know is everyday conversations right now. So
absolutely. And I mean, that's ultimately what you want to do is make sure that you're fusing some good, solid conversations, good, solid relationships. And I'm thankful that our relationship started podcasting with you at a Digital Dealer, right?
Absolutely.
In Tampa, we had the chance to get on there to Forget Focus Fly. Gene even jumped on there, right? He made a whole other video, put himself in there doing the flow. But brother, it's been great to be able to watch the things that are happening around your business, around your company, and to be engulfed in that, right? To be part of it. You're a proud sponsor of the show, making sure that we are putting the message out there. What is it that you're wanting people that don't know about Fixed Ops Friday? Why do you want them to tune in so bad?
Well, and we're really getting into it. I mean, obviously we had a little bit of different shows getting ready for conference and stuff, but what we're trying to bring to that show are the people that are in the trenches, right? I'm a marketing company. We're a digital marketing company. We work inside websites and things like that, and that's a part of it. But where it really matters is in the trenches, right? And so it's people like Tolly Williams. We got Kaylee Filio coming on next week.
Kaylee.
She's in the parts side of the business.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to find those professionals that are making a difference in their shops, in their service departments, and letting them bring that to the audience. Because we could talk about marketing all day long, but I always talk about, you know, the 3 Ps, right? People, product, promotion. And I'm promotion. My company's promotion, which is the 3rd P, and right where it belongs. Because if you don't have the right people, you don't have the right product, or maybe even say process in this scenario, the promotion doesn't matter, right? So
it's 100% right.
I love bringing guys like Tolly Williams on. I love bringing guys like Brian Armstrong on. People that are in those trenches every day that are doing it, that can give some great education and feedback to the audience, and they can get something from it. Not just me up there talking about Fixed Ops Digital.
Right.
You know, obviously we like that promotion and all that stuff as well, but you know, we have 750 clients and we're growing every day. We got some huge announcements coming up. And so I work with a lot of really great Fixed Ops directors, technicians, service advisors, you know, even digital marketing executives that are now focused on Fixed Ops. It's new positions that are popping up all over the stores. So, we're just blessed to be able to lead that from the front, and hopefully people can get something out of it.
From the front, you
are, man.
Definitely.
And you guys are doing it, and you guys are doing it proud. There's a lot of companies out there trying to do what you do, you know, and seeing that they take lead from what you're doing. It's kind of a compliment, I think. You should look at it as, man, if people are trying to mimic what we do, we must be doing something right.
That's
and
right.
Yes, you are. But you know, the thing is, you're always 2 steps ahead, you know, and that's the thing I love about you, Owen, is that you're always looking for ways to be 2 steps ahead. You're not settled on what we're doing right now. We can't do this. So what you're doing right now is what you're actually planning for what's 3 months from now. And because you're like that is why you are successful, why you're at 750 plus dealers right now and growing. He'll be at 800 plus before the end of this month, most likely, is my guess, because this conference alone should be able to bring you some help. But most importantly, you're going to bring them help, because that's what Fixed Ops Digital is doing. Right now, it's about connectivity. It's about connecting people and making sure that they're able to get that information that they need to be able to make a decision on where they're going to get the oil changes. But at the place that you should be doing it, it's where you bought your vehicle. You know, the places that most people don't go back to. When they buy a car, they're looking for discounts, right? They don't realize that their own store has it because they don't market to them. With the online service marketing that you guys have, the availability and the technology that you guys use and how clean it looks, it's a no-brainer for a lot of companies. I think that's why you're growing. You show them one time, they see the light, and they're going to take that light, right? So what has been some of the difficulties for you to be able to show this to people? What's something that's really making it to where you're instead of being at 20,000 dealers right now, why is it just I shouldn't say just 750. But what I mean is, I know that
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
What do we need to do, and what do people need to understand in order to take grasp of what you're trying to put out there?
Well, it's a mindset, right? I mean, again, everybody's still focused on variables. It's even a step further, right? I know dealerships that are making more money. Well, let's be honest. Every dealership's making more money than they ever have, but they're probably selling 20, 30, 40% less cars.
Yeah.
And that's weird for them.
They were high-fiving about it, though.
They're high-fiving, but they're also like, but man, I'm really failing because I'm selling 20% less cars than I used to. But they're making more money. So they're not failing, but it's a mentality, right?
Right.
So even you think about it from the sales side, now think about it from service marketing, right? They're used to customer retention strategies, email marketing, direct mail, this whole concept of find that online customer and do it in a way that can really create you as the authority and as the resource, as Fred was saying. Like, I think customers know that they should be going to the dealership to get their service done. But when we don't put that information out there, we don't give them transparent pricing, we don't talk to them about all the things that make us the dealership community that we are, lack of information is going to let that customer decide to go somewhere else.
That's right.
And so that's where the Jiffy Lubes and stuff have been burying us for years, is because all their content on their website is what they do every day, which is service. Right. Our stuff has been, here's all the car stuff or all the vehicle stuff. Oh, and by the way, we've got this service department page that our website provider built us that was actually meant to be a landing page the whole time, or just a placeholder. Right. But nobody thought to maybe build that out and create synergy and a flow and all that stuff. So, we just kind of took it and ran with it. And, obviously COVID has, propelled our business because of service department staying open while sales was down. The inventory shortage continued to propel our business because people didn't have cars to market. So they needed to market their fixed operations.
Right.
So some of it's been a little circumstantial. I think some of it is also just the vision and what we're doing. And of course, my team is awesome. I mean, Brad, Kevin, Chris, Julie, my other partners, even our performance team. Our performance team doesn't get enough love. Even our tech team and our production team, because they're under the trenches. They're the ones that working with stores every day, and we just don't necessarily always put them out in front, but they're the ones that really drive us. And we couldn't be here without them. So if you're listening, guys, I thank you so much for
you do have an incredible team. Brad's okay, but the rest of the crew. No, we love you, Brad. But we do absolutely love that. What it is that you guys are really trying to do is to perpetuate a conversation that prioritizes what you're doing inside of your marketing for fixed ops. And again, it's like a light bulb goes off, or it's like a light just finally just opens up the room to where dealers then say, you know what the heck have I been thinking, right? There's so many different points inside of a purchase that can happen inside of my fixed ops department that I'm not even touching, I'm not even talking about. And I'm wondering why I'm not seeing that customer again. Yeah. I mean, this is something that I love that you guys keep doing, but I love seeing the aha moments come, right? Once they see what they can do, and then you show them, and then they're like, we don't even have this on our sales side, right?
No.
Usually they don't. What you guys are doing is so state of the art, so ahead of the game. We absolutely love it. You all do need to check it out.
What he's doing is making it a level playing ground for fixed ops. You're showing that, hey, here's some love for you. I know no one's showing you love because you're not in the front of the house, but we need to quit siloing them. We need to make them big. We need to put as much money and investment in our marketing into that as we do into the, like you said, during COVID, most of you dealers realized that your service department was super important. And with the shortage inventory,
some of them found it. They were like, oh, here's the service department.
Right, exactly. Right. Oh yeah, I have one of these.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Thank God, because I'd be out of business, right? Yeah. And but market them, love on them, and I'm going to tell you, it'll change your life. One thing that I love hearing is some of the testimonies from a lot of your clients. I know a lot of them, and everyone says nothing but great things about you, right? Even ones who are not using the product, they know that they should be. They know that it's a great product, and they talk about nothing but great things. So it's really cool to see that happening with your company. It's cool to see the people, and I love that you do shout outs to all your folks, man, because I know that they look at you because you listen. Folks, if you know Owen, I've heard him lose his voice a few times since I've met him, right? Matter of fact, he's had to have surgery because of it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see he's losing his voice this week, right? Because he is that passionate. He is screaming on top of the mountain, Fix Ops Digital all the way. And you come see my team, we'll take care of you. He's screaming that because he needs you dealers to hear him. So I'm going to scream it for him. Come to Fixed Ops Digital and check them out. I promise you, fixedopsdigital.com is the place to go to make sure that your service department is ready to be marketed and shown around the world, and people can come and do what they need to do, and that's get service on their vehicles at a place that they can trust. And that's how you guys do it, man. And I love that about your company. So you said, I don't want you to spill too many beans, but you said something a minute ago.
Yeah,
there's some things getting ready to unroll. Is there anything that you could tell them, or maybe give them a little bean sprinkle, maybe, of what's getting ready to happen?
A little aroma in the air.
Well, so look, when we go under the hood, right, and we spend most of our summers going under the hood, working on our tech, trying to figure out what else we can do. I look at it a little differently. Like, not every company looks at it this way. I look at it from what is going to solve a problem that the dealership is having, or that maybe more importantly, that the customer is having, right? And so one of the things that we're working on, and we should have it done here by the end of the year. In fact, I wanted it to be done for this, but we're doing some beta testing on itself, is some of the outreach. I spend a lot of time talking at 20 groups, right? I'm an NADA 20 groups speaker, and obviously speak at conferences and stuff. And I have a lot of conversations with guys, and what they're telling me is that they don't have the infrastructure to make outbound calls, right? Their outbound calls is not happening at the level it needs to, and so we're trying to fix that. We're trying to help with some different things that we're doing. So I'm looking at that and saying, hey, that's a problem. Let's fix that. We don't just build tech to build tech, right? It's not just about us patting ourselves on the back and saying, oh, look what we just did for you guys, or look what we just built. It's put out there. It's solving a problem, and that's something. So a couple of years ago, we were looking at tires, right? We said that because we found, as we were working with FCA, now Stellantis, they were giving us some data that they were getting about the defection rate of people not buying tires, from the dealership. So we went out and we put together a program within our technology to help, help people market and advertise tires, because it's very important that if they buy tires from you, they'll buy their next vehicle
Right.
from you.
Oh,
Right?
buy
and
so
so many.
much.
They'll buy tires. They'll come back and get the oil changes. They'll come back because when they become familiar, it's like you talk about. When people don't know, they just don't show up. They'd rather not feel weird about things or show up and say, "Oh, you don't do that here." They need to know that you do that here, right? So when they know that and they show up and they have one good experience, guess what they do again? They come back.
Yeah.
They come back for everything. And just like you said, when you walk into a dealership and you go to the service department, right? And then they're like, they have no idea who you are, then it's kind of weird. But that's the whole point, is for people to be able to communicate and learn about each other and grow together. So I'm excited for you guys, man. I love what you guys are doing. I love that you guys are making solutions for the back end of a store, man, where they really need it. And most importantly, it's a very profitable part of the store. So imagine if you are profitable and you're not doing this. I was just throwing this out there. We're doing good. Well, imagine if you had it. How good would you really be doing? Oh, a whole lot better. Matter of fact, your whole staff would be more excited because they'll have more opportunities. And when you have more opportunities, it means more money. So just know that. So get out there, reach out to Fix Ops Digital, get with Owen Moon, get with Brad, get with whoever. They'll all be happy to tell you about their product. They'll lose their voice over it. Just saying. I mean,
just too many days in Vegas, man. This desert and
it does it to
driving
me too, bro.
sales, and maybe a little bit of alcohol here and there.
Just a hair.
But
just a little after hours booze. Yeah.
That's all the best. That's where the best deals are done, anyways, right?
Yeah. Right there, no doubt about
I meet
it.
some of the best people, at a happy hour or something. But,
and that's a great point. I've talked about that a couple times today. It's the inside here is great. The going in and speaking and hearing speakers talk, yes, education, but the relationships are built afterwards. The relationships are built when you're at dinner. The relationships are built when you're sitting at the center bar having a conversation, cheersing about the day and saying, "Hey, man, how was your day?" And then they just start pouring out. And next thing you know, you built a great long-term relationship. And that seed that you plant, maybe it'll be business today, but most likely it's going to be business very soon. So just keep looking for those opportunities. This event is 24 hours. It isn't just the hours inside the hall. It's 24 hours, and you get to have a great, especially in Vegas. It's 24 hours here.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
it's a nonstop.
Well, you just know you're going to probably sleep on Friday.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
On the plane.
I caught more sleep last night, but because I was getting ready for a presentation. I went to a nice dinner.
So real quick, speaking of nice dinner, speaking of nice things, let's just talk a little bit of Vegas real fast.
Yeah,
because that's where we are.
Absolutely.
Where is it that you love to eat most when you come to Vegas?
We went to Mastro's the other night, and it's been a few years since I've been to Mastro's. So, we did the Seafood Tower, nice bottle of Camus. I mean, and we had about 4 dealers there that were representing about 30 stores. A couple more clients of ours, a couple of them not, but all great people. And I laughed so hard for about 2.5 hours with these guys. We had a blast, drank some good wine, had a Seafood Tower. That's good. You can't go wrong with any of the seafood places.
No, not around here.
Nobu, Yellowtail, Catch.
Everywhere.
All these places are, just top notch. And you can definitely see that, when you come here, you better come here for the food. You're not coming for the food.
Get some good.
It is. It's such a good point. And
now, I will tell you this. There is one place that probably nobody knows about, and I probably shouldn't even say it, but in the Cosmo, there's a place called Secret Pizza.
Oh, yeah. 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Get off that escalator. There's a hallway. Listen, I'm not going to tell much more than this. 3rd floor, there's a hallway. Look for it.
Yeah, look for it.
It's phenomenal, and it's actually if you take your client there, it's one of the cheapest dinners you'll pay for. I promise.
I think the best part is it actually has its own GMB.
Yeah.
Because Kevin, my business partner, he brought me. He's like, "Hey, you got to go check out Secret Pizza." I thought it was a joke, right? A nickname or something that they just called it.
That's what it's called.
So I looked it up. I'm like, no, it's even got its own GMB. So
it does, man.
That's the name.
It's important, and their GMB is pretty good too, my friends. I'm just saying, so they know what's going on. Vegas is where it's at. There's great food everywhere, great pizza, Italian, you name it, it's there. But I'm glad that you got to do that. Man, you're doing it, man. He was last night having dinner with about four representatives representing 30 plus stores.
800 on the way.
Come on, man. 800's coming really quick. And when it does, you guys are going to hear 1,000 happen even faster. So I'm excited for you guys. Owen, man, thank you for coming on the show again. Like always, brother. You are like a brother to us. We look forward to growing with you and watching you do your thing. We appreciate your support and the sponsorship of our show. And we look forward to the future of Fixed Ops Fridays and everything else that's going down, man. I can't wait to see what you unravel over the next few months, this next year, and over the next 5 years, bro. It's going to be massive. I know it. So let's keep growing. Lou, what's up?
Well, what's
do
up.
it.
We got to knock out these 3 Fs to make sure that we do keep growing together. So making sure that you get the message that we got to get everybody down with is that in this giant room for improvement, the biggest room in the world, to keep growing, we got to forgive, focus, fly. So, Owen, you can count it down.
All right.
Let's go. On 3,
2, 1.
Forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing, keep growing.
That's right, everybody. That's how we do over here with the incredible, the one,
The only Owen Move
from Fixed Ops Digital. That's right, everybody. I am Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
I'm Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Another great brew, everybody, over here at Digital Dealer 2022. We'll see y'all later. Great job. We out.
Bam, my man.